Hey guys, how's it going? Wanted to get back on here and walk you guys through on once your premiums are paid into your IUL contract, how is it broken down? I want to explain to you about the index strategies, how the options are bought from the insurance carrier in order to give you the rates of return and give you interest credits based off those options. I'm going to be walking you through that here in this video. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right. So, now when your premiums are paid, now your premiums can be paid monthly, which is the most common. It could be paid quarterly, biannually, or annually. It choice is yours. That is all decided at the inception of the policy. However, once the premiums are paid, they come into the insurance carrier general account. Now, once the premiums are inside this general account, uh, this is where it will make a fixed rate of return. Um, Based off the interest that the and carrier gives you, that is what's used to buy options for your index strategy. So once you have 12 months worth of premiums for the policy expenses are paid up, what happens is the excess premium is what we call swept over into your index strategy on a sweep date. It's on a specific day that is specific to the carrier. So you need to look into that to make sure that the excess premium that you're paying in goes into that index strategy on that sweep date. Okay, now, once inside that index strategy, this is where we're going to roll over here. I want you to see this. It goes into this bucket, goes into the index strategy. Now, with these index strategies, we call them point-to-point segments. Now, each insurance carrier has their own. Now, they can range anywhere from 1 year to 5 years. Just you have to look at that when you're choosing this index strategy. For this example, we're going to use a 1 year point to point. So let me break this down a little bit because I want you to understand this. So what I mean by point to point, it creates a segment. Okay, so this is the start point of the segment, which has the index has a starting value. Okay, and here is an ending point. And in between the start point and the ending point, they average whatever the change in the value is. So for this example, the change in value was 15% from the start point to the end point. There was a change in value of 15%. So in another video, I talked about the cap and participation. So this is where this comes in now. Now that we have a change in value in a positive, all right, it's 15%. However, our cap is 10%. We have a participation rate of 100%. So of that, we're only going to get 10% of the 15%, okay? Now, that's when it's in the money. The options are in the money. Now, this is where you get your index credits on top of the premium. So now I want to bring you into this. So this is, you hear some agents talk about it. Many agents talk about IULs. They talk about how you have downside protection, or there's a floor. So this is what I'm going to explain to you about is the floor. So the same example, point to point segment, right? You have the starting value in the start of the index segment. You have it here, but in the end of the index segment, you have a change in value that's negative, so it's below the floor. This is where you get what we call market volatility protection, right? Downside protection. Zero is your hero. This is where it comes in. So although the change was negative 15%, since the options, you have the options to let them expire, boom. So this is how you have principal protection. So although your principal is there, you just didn't get any index credits for that segment for that time frame. So understand this, by not getting any index credits, there still are policy expenses that will come out of the general account, which is deducted from the cash value. Not a problem, because these things are really safe. I love them. They use these options, insurance carriers use these options to hedge against financial risks. So it really safeguards your money as you put it in there. If you found value in this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section. And if you would like to book an appointment to set up an IUL designed specifically for your situation, go ahead and click on the link and go ahead and book a call. I wish you nothing but love, peace, and happiness, and I'll see you in the next one.